Kevin, so had first lesson there. I think it was yesterday, and so because it was the first, obviously we kind of just jumped around, did a little bit of everything, and it was good. So this is just going to be a couple of the highlights of stuff that you I figure you might want to see me do again. So we were talking about the pentatonic scale, right? So as we know, you can do that on the open. So that's up by three, two, 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 three, three, and then the first one is always open. So some of the examples we did on that were so your hammer-ons, pull-offs, slides, all that kind of stuff, bends. So with this one, we're just going to go okay, nice and simple. Okay, so that's just pull off on the third fret, first string, same on the third fret, second string, and then from the third fret on the second string, sliding from three to five. Now, you might look at that and think it's pretty basic and easy, and it is. But just with this kind of stuff, it's kind of as I was saying during the lesson, it's kind of the closest you get to sort of singing with the guitar. Okay, so what's very important is how the notes come off. Just playing it, that's fine. It's nothing wrong with it, but a little bit of thought into how the notes are expressed is what's really important here. So, and as well, you don't want gaps between the strings, okay? So if this is happening, so that's no good. You want it smooth, so it's got to be. It doesn't have to be slow, but if you need to make it slow in order to get it smooth and have all the notes in proportion with each other, then you want to do it slow. Then bring up the speed gradually, okay? So that's one. So, as I said, it could be in the context of something like that, right? Where it's fast, or it could be or slow. It all depends on where you're putting it. Another one we did was the on the bottom end, so pull offs here again. Okay. Right, so that's second fret D string, second fret A string, pull off on both of those, and then a note twice as long. So if these are quavers, those are crotchets. Bow, bow. Okay, bit of a drag on it, and there we are. So then we went up the fretboard. We just did the one lick. I think it was the first phrase in the solo of Another Brick in the Wall. So for that, and think of tone as well. So now both of those I was doing on the bridge pickup, get that kind of down narrow twangy kind of sound. But now I want the neck pickup because I want that smooth, that kind of ooh sound, if you know what I mean. The woman tone, as Joe Bonamassa calls it. So we're up here. So before you do this, just play the scale once, just to get your grounding, okay? So we're going all coming from the 10th fret, okay, for D minor, okay? Because, there's your D note there. So that's where you start. Nope. There we go. Okay, so that lick was, we're starting off here. Now, if you need to use your little finger, don't shy away from using your little finger. If you need to use that, that's fine to reach. So 13 here, 10 here, okay? So that's our first move. So we're coming up. Get the pleck in the frame as well. There we go. Okay, so we're going here, pull off, going up with the pick on the G string 12th fret, and then back down on the 10th fret of the B. There's our first move. Then we're coming up here, bending. Now, if your two fingers are enough, they're great. But if they're not, you can always get the third finger in there, 3 fingers on it at a time, and push it up. And be measured in how far you go up, okay? Because this is a 2 fret bend, or 2 semitone bend, I suppose you could call it. So it's going up that much. So you don't want, that's obviously too much. So we got, then after that bend, and we're coming up and stopping, okay? It's not coming back down. Then we're coming down here, 10th fret on the E string, and then bend up to that same note from the 13th fret of the B string. So all in all, that's There it is. Another thing we were talking about was chugging. All right, so we were talking about Meshuggah, bleed, that type of thing. So number one with that kind of thing, if you want to do that kind of stuff with Slayer, the really fast palm mutant stuff, is every move you make has to be a note. Okay, you never have time. If you're below the string that you're about to hit, you don't have time to bring the plec back around and then go down on it. You have to just come up. So, for example, with bleed, it's not so bad because there's four. There's an even. Oops. There's four notes in every phrase, which is an even number. So that means you're naturally going to be starting in the same place every time for it. So okay, so just start off at that kind of speed. Let me get rid of the reverb there, because as I was saying, you don't want reverb on a tune like that because that's just going to dull the edges. So and use the metronome too. Start off at, what did we say? We were at about 150, I think, roughly BPM, and the target is 220. So bit by bit. So you always end up back here. So you get a little bit faster, a bit faster, a bit faster again, and then by the time you get faster than that, then you're up there. So, but with something like the Iron Maiden type stuff, that kind of galloping rhythm, that's a bit different because that's only got three notes, odd numbers. So you're going to be bum, pick up, bum. Now I'm below it, so I'm not going to bring it back up and go down, up, down again. I'm going to go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So you'd never get it that fast going down, up, down, bringing the plec back up around and going down, up, down again. It's just not efficient enough. So try that and do it with a metronome and just do it to death, over and over again. Be it this one. Or bleed, or another good one actually that we didn't do there. Try this one. So da 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 da. So that's got five notes in it. Five. And so again, you've got the same problem. So it's down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So you go, and then you're down here. So you got to go. All right. So I'll leave you with that anyway, and we'll get a bit more focus on specific things next week. All right. Talk to you then.